Living Local Carolina with Katie Turner. Local trends, shopping, dining, and more. This is Living Local Carolina.
Well, thanks so much for joining us today on Living Local Carolina. I love being in the studio, especially when I get to talk to authors. And I'm joined by Desiree Middleton. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm doing wonderful.
Awesome.
Why don't you go ahead and tell our viewers your style of writing?
So I've recently developed a new style of writing. I'm into urban fiction novels now. I just released my second back in November of 2023, and it is a series called Married to the Enemy. It's very exciting. It gives me so much excitement because I'm able to allow my imagination to just take over and run wild. And so those two books are very much full of plot twists, full of a lot of murder mystery if you're into that. Full of all of the things that you would probably see in a Tubi movie.
I love it. You're actually the first author that I've had in here that writes that sort of mystery genre, so that's really interesting. Have you always been interested in this since you were a kid? I mean, you published your first book in 2019, right?
Yes, so I published my first book in 2019, and it's called Finding the Beauty in Ugly Situations. And it's more so about my life, about myself, things that I had gone through and how I still remained positive and was able to overcome those things. And then after I wrote that book, I'm like, well, there's not much else I can write about myself.
Not yet.
And so I was like, I still wanted to write, I still wanted to release books, but I was like, what else can I write about? And I started following this author named Ashley Antoinette. And she writes these books, these like urban fiction books, and I read like 3 of her series in like a month. And I was like, wait a minute, I really, really like this. Like, I can create some characters like this. And so I sat down one day and I started doing it, and it was just coming just like that. And I think the best part about it is that you can make up people. You can make your characters do what you want them to do, how you want them to do it, whatever direction you want them to go. Like, my imagination just takes over.
Oh, I love it so much. So when you talk about twists, can you give me an example, or is that giving too much away?
No, yeah, I can absolutely give you an example. So the crazy thing about the first book that I wrote, urban fiction that I wrote, Married to the Enemy, when I wrote that book, I was going through a divorce myself.
Oh.
So many people were interested in the book because they thought it was a tell-all about my marriage. So eyes were on it before the book was even completed. And so when I first released it, the book sold about 250 copies within the first 2 weeks. And that was a goal for me, one that I didn't think I was going to achieve, because I was like, wow. And it was because, everybody wanted to know, what is she going to talk about in this book? And then I think when they actually read it and realized it had nothing to do with me or my marriage, it was more like, oh, wait a minute, but it's still a good book. So one of the plot twists in the book, the series, in the first book, Melody is the main character. She's a young lawyer who is trying to find herself and trying to find her way. She meets a man, she falls in love, gets married. But in the second book, we find that Melody's perfect husband might just be the enemy.
We'll leave it at that, folks. But you are now working on another book with your daughters.
Yes.
Where can people stay updated on this sort of thing?
So I am on all social media. I am on Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, all under @AuthorD. And then I also have my website, which is www.authordesiree.com. And I pretty much post every day, literally, on all sites. So I'm pretty active on social media. So I normally try to keep people updated as to what I have going on through my social media sites. I actually just launched my online bookstore. And so, of course, I'm going to be selling my books through the bookstore, but I'm also going to be including other authors' pieces and works through the bookstore as well.
All right, thank you so much for joining us
Thank
today.
you for having me.
Absolutely. Guys, if you want to check out some of her books, where's that website that people can find again?
It's www.authordesiree.com.
We'll be back right after this break with more Living Local Carolina.
The following portion of Living Local Carolina is sponsored by Ultimate California Pizza. What an exciting day, you guys. I am at Ultimate California Pizza in Surfside because we have our next Crystal Apple winner, Christine. Congratulations, July 2024 Crystal Apple winner. How are you feeling?
Whew, a little overwhelmed,
It's
excited,
overwhelming.
nervous, yeah, humbled.
Definitely. So your students nominated you for this award. You are a phlebotomy professor.
I am.
Tell me a little bit about what you do.
I teach my students how to stick a needle in a patient's arm and get blood.
Bing,
That's
bang,
what
boom.
it is. That's what it is.
simple.
Well, there's
Not
a little bit more
really,
involved
huh?
with it, but that's the gist of it. We have a lot of fun in the class, and the students bond because they have to stick each other with a needle, tie each other up, feel each other up on the arm by palpating. So yeah, they do get close. They form bonds, lifelong relationships.
I love it. How long have you been teaching?
Since 2013, I took over the program in 2015. I love it. I love my students. Yes.
And I can tell your students love you too. Being a professor, you really get to see them take on their careers
yes.
really soon.
When I go to the sites to evaluate the students that are in the class, I get to see the previous students now taking over the sites, being in charge. And so that's also an incentive to the students at the sites.
I love it. Well, congratulations again.
Thank you
This is
so much.
exciting.
Thank you, thank you.
On behalf of Ultimate California Pizza and Divine Dining Group, we are excited to honor Professor Christine Farrier from Horry Georgetown Technical College as the Crystal Apple Award winner for July 2024. Our company is a huge supporter of education at all levels in our local community. We sincerely congratulate you, Christine, for making such a phenomenal impression on your phlebotomy students that they nominated you and you were chosen to receive this award today. Congratulations on being the Crystal Apple Award winner for July 2024, sponsored by Ultimate California Pizza.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that. I am honored for this award, being able to help my students get to the point where they need to get to in life to be able to achieve their goals and hopefully change lives. That's what it's all about. We take it very, very seriously at the school to impact our students' lives.
This portion of Living Local Carolina was sponsored by Ultimate California Pizza. The following portion of Living Local Carolina is sponsored by Wheelchair and Scooter of Myrtle Beach. Good morning, everybody. We are doing a little bit of a walk and talk today at Wheelchair and Scooter of Myrtle Beach. How are you doing?
I'm good. How about you?
I'm doing great. Show me around the store here. There's a lot to see whenever you walk in, and this is unique for you guys, right? To have a showroom where you can try stuff out.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. To be able to do it inside the showroom makes a big difference. Gives somebody more of a intimate experience instead of having to be out in public doing it. We kind of have some of our lifts, the automatic lifts, some accessories. Our main line is down the center right here. The different scooters. Not a ton of difference between all of them, but there are slight differences, bigger batteries, things like that, bigger size, weight capacities. We do a lot of your basic walkers, knee walkers, rollators, things like that over here as well.
So we're gonna pretend like I'm a customer that just walked in and I don't really know exactly what I need. How do you make decisions or show people what you have?
The first thing I normally ask people is what their primary objective is with the scooter. What they're gonna be using it for. Is it just to run down to the dining hall and say, a senior living facility, or you want to go to Broadway at the beach and Brook Green Gardens? The size of scooter, the battery, the capabilities of the scooter, that's where your differences are. Some of these are the folding scooters.
These are a bit different.
They've picked up quite a bit of popularity. Instead of disassembling, they fold up in one piece. And then we do have the foldable power chairs as well.
Love that.
They're super light. And then we have our lift chairs over here, which
I
is
was gonna say, we have to cover the lift chairs a bit too.
another big part of what we do. Depending on what features you want, they do range. They have your basic lift chairs, and they move on up to have 5 and 6 motors on them, power headrest, power lumbar, tilt, all different kinds of features on them, but all of them do help you stand up as well.
Love it. Needless to say, there's a lot to see here and stuff that we haven't even been able to see yet because we're just in the showroom. For more information and for people to really see everything that you guys offer, Where can they find out more about you guys?
Well, they can go to our website, we're Wheelchair and Scooter of Myrtle Beach, or come see us in our showroom. We're at 10764 Highway 707.
This portion of Living Local Carolina was sponsored by Wheelchair and Scooter of Myrtle Beach.
We'll be back right after this break with more Living Local Carolina.
Well, welcome back to Living Local Carolina, everybody. I'm in the studio right now, and as you can see, we've got a lot of props today. I love it. I'm so happy to be joined by Arnisha from Angel Diaper Cakes and Crafts. Thanks for joining me today.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. What do you do, Arnisha?
So I'm a crafter,
Yeah.
is what I call myself.
I can see that.
I do a lot of stuff, range from diaper cakes for the new moms to birthday decorations, retirement, anniversary, just anything crafty.
Yeah.
I'm your girl.
I'm a crafty girl too, so you're right after my heart here. We're kindred spirits. But you've got some really cool cups that have a little bit of elevated technology here that I've never seen before.
Yes.
Walk me through it.
So we have a few. The ones in the front, I call my conversation piece. These are glitter tumblers with hot and cold.
Love it.
Have like the little ice and your
That's always
topping.
fun.
I know you go to the beach and have your straw, whatever. And then we have the kids' cups and
Good with the handles.
right.
That's
And
always
then
good.
that one, the reason why I like that one is because as the child grows, it turns into a big boy or big girl cup because it comes with an extra lid and straw.
Love
so
that.
you can use it for a longer time. And then
Very
we
cool.
have our camping cup for campers or guys who likes to walk outside, when time change at 5 o'clock and you need light.
gosh, yeah.
So you can still walk and have your light outside
Look at that.
with your cup and your little handle and interchangeable lid.
Perfect.
And it tells you the temperature
Oh my gosh.
outside.
That is
then
very cool.
We have 2 different sized speaker cups.
Yeah.
So this one is a 30 ounce
Oh.
and they light up to the bottom and it comes with a handle and an extra bottom piece. So if you don't want to have the speaker with you, you can change it out.
Okay.
And the charge lasts for about 18 hours, full charge. So you can listen to music fully for about 18 hours.
So rechargeable, and then you just
It's
take
rechargeable.
it off to wash it?
Yep. You can unscrew it. This one is the one with no handle. This is a 20 ounce. This one is a 30 ounce. And you just unscrew the bottom.
Love that.
Wash
Easy
it like
peasy.
how you would anything. And screw it back on when you're done. And then inside you have the USB to
Nice.
charge it.
And we haven't even talked about this yet, but they're also decorated so cute. You can kind of customize.
You
and
can
stuff.
customize and put anything on here
Really?
that you like. Like for grandparents, they usually have. Like I did one for my mom with all the grandkids around it.
Very cute.
All her grandkids are on it, so now she has to get an updated one for the great grands.
Yeah.
And then we have our water bottle because summer is coming.
Oh my gosh, that is a huge
And this
water
is
bottle.
a
That's
100
a
ounce.
jug.
Yeah, this is a 100-ounce jug. So my favorite is drinking the tears of my haters.
I hadn't even read that yet. I love it.
So yeah,
I love it. I love
we
everything
have-
you do.
Absolutely. Then we have our centerpieces for
Very
your
cool.
table or decoration,
Yeah.
whatever, and your reef for the door, the wooden one. And then we have our vertical welcome sign
Yeah.
over here. And then we have our starter
The
kit
baby box.
for the new mom.
Oh, such a
And
great
it
gift for new
comes
moms.
with a custom-made blanket
Love
in
that.
the back with the matching. This is the burp cloth.
Oh my goodness. So you can get a name
So-
put on there?
Absolutely,
Love
you can
that.
customize it because the hat
Little matching
and mittens
socks. Oh, those are mittens.
The mittens and the caps.
That shows how much I know about babies.
Well, it's been a long time since I had one. So, and then we have things in here that they would need, like diaper wipes, the rash,
The
ointment.
essentials, you know.
Yeah, right. So,
Gotta have it.
absolutely.
I love it.
And then you
Okay.
Don't forget to like our page on Facebook and follow us on Instagram and Twitter. How to use the QR code. Just open the camera app on your smartphone, iPad, or tablet. Point your device at the QR code so the QR code appears on your screen. Your device will recognize the QR code and show you a notification. Click that notification and you'll come to our website. Living Local Carolina, weekday mornings at 9:30 on WBTW News 13.